Hey everybody, Logan here. Finally, we're back. You want to know who's back with me?
I
D-Man. Hey, what? Wait. I can't seem to find him. I see a bunch of flakes around me everywhere. A bunch of flakes. Nick's not here again. His own words, he called himself a flake today. So, yes, Nick will be back, and we do have a special announcement, and it's because of Nick.
Idiot.
That we have to change the podcast to a different night. So it looks like we're most likely going to be headed. Were we on Thursday at one point?
Yeah,
I think we were on Thursday.
I think it was Thursday.
So we're headed back to Thursday nights. Thank you, Nick. So hopefully this doesn't bother anybody, any of the our viewers. But I'm sorry. That's the big announcement. That's it. I didn't bother putting it in the title because that was it. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. No, actually, just two big things that we want to talk about. So let me ask you, D-Man, how you been doing?
I've been doing pretty good. I mean, not a whole lot new stuff going on. If we're talking games, though, I finished Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, so
I saw that.
masterpiece. Loved it. Probably
Wait,
10 out of 10.
You finished the first one and the second one.
Yeah, the first one ticked me off a lot. I almost threw my controller a few times.
Just a few times?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was yeah.
It's such a good game, though.
Angered me so much.
To me, I think it's actually easier and it's a better game than most Souls games because, well, it's got an actual story
Yeah,
and it's more fun. So, but it's funny how people say that.
yeah. The frickin' ghost piranhas angered me so much. Those things should not exist in that game at all. And then they came back in the second game.
I forgot about those.
One of the most annoying enemies I've ever seen in a video game.
So there was one point back in the day, I never finished Ninja Gaiden 2 because there's one point where you're going down a hallway outside of a temple. At the end is a store, and then in the little wall there's a little cubby or a little cutout where you have your save spot. I saved, and as soon as I come out, all the ninjas just attack me, and I'm like dead. I'm like, wait a minute, and I had no health. I had just a little smidge and nothing to heal myself. So, and even running down, I could not escape the exploding shuriken because they had the exploding kunai.
Yep.
And then I was just like, all right, I have to start the entire game over. And that was 2/3 of the way through the game. And I just went, I'm done. Because it was like a save glitch. So as soon as I'd save, I'd die because I had no health. And I didn't think about it when I saved. I just to the save point and went, oh my God, I have no health and no way to restore my health. And there you go.
Those kunais ticked me off a lot, many times playing the first game. I got angry at those ninjas way too many times.
I think they were more annoying in 2 than they were in 1.
So the problem I had was I would want to buy certain things at the shop, but I'm forcibly having to buy healing items every single time that I'm there. So I could never progress further in like upgrading my health or upgrading whatever else because I had to keep buying healing items. And I ran into a problem later in the game where I got to that stupid dumb dragon boss fight right after I used all my healing items on 2 bosses before it. There was 2 bosses before it. I used my healing items on those. I had 1 healing item left. I couldn't grind for money for crap in that area. It wasn't giving me much. And then I broke. I used the right weapon. I figured it out. And then I went to easy mode. I was done. I was so sick of it.
Wait, when you drop the easy mode, do they still give you the pink ribbon on your arm?
I don't think so. I was using like an
Because
orange ribbon for attack for like upgrading my
okay,
attack power.
there was a thing back in Ninja Gaiden Black, and I think it was Ninja Gaiden 2, where it was Ninja Dog mode, where if you died so many times, it would give you the option. Ayane would jump out and give you the option. Do you want to switch to easy mode? And if you picked yes, you get a little pink ribbon on you,
I
and
don't
that
know if
means
I had
you're playing it in bitch
baby
mode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, that's what I freaking did because that stupid dragon. Because you had to make 2 boss fights before that for me to waste my healing items on. One was the stupid double worm, which the first time I fought that double worm, I was so annoyed at that thing. And then it comes back again, and then you got to fight a giant troll-looking thing before you go and fight a giant dragon in a lava area where you can just jump in the lava and start dying.
yep.
And, oh my
I
gosh!
forgot about that.
My goodness, that all frustrated me so much. I I really was so angry that I had to go to easy mode. I still have a save on normal mode too, right at that dragon, and I know how to beat it. I beat it like nothing on easy. It's just those attacks are just.
It's funny because when the difficulty goes up, it goes up. It's not like doop
Yep.
doop incremental steps. It's
Yep.
hey, boom.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I cannot believe how hard that game was. I listen, and I played Devil May Cry 1. That game didn't compare to this.
Devil May Cry 1 was rather easy. Even on hard, it was easy. Devil May Cry 3, on the other hand, that was unforgivable.
The Virgil fights was where I had a problem in Devil May Cry 3. Virgil freaking ticked me off. Ugh.
The whole thing in Devil May Cry was annoying. I don't know how many times it took me to get through it, but it took me quite a bit.
The fact that I died in Ninja Gaiden 1 against a helicopter like 10 to 15 times really ticked me off over stupid mistakes. I did beat that fight on normal.
I played that back in the day when there was no easy mode. Back on the original Xbox, you just war of attrition through that. And I beat it, but woof, that was a game.
It sucks because I went to easy when I only had like 3 chapters left. I was almost done with the dang game, but I couldn't freaking do it. It was didn't have money to get the healing items to be able to beat that dumb dragon. I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't do it anymore.
But hey, it was a good game. It was a good game.
It's a good game. It's a good game. But I think 2 is so much better. So much better. I beat the whole game on normal.
Did you beat when you were playing it? Were you playing Ninja Gaiden Black or just Ninja Gaiden?
Gaiden Sigma.
Oh, Sigma's the easy version. You serious? Sigma is the easy version of the game.
That's unreal. That's unbelievable. That game made me rage so much just on normal.
Good.
Just like the sections with Rachel too. Like, dude, I was getting so mad. Give her more to do or something. Like, right? I don't know. I still like. That's the one thing I'm like. Even in the second game, like Rachel's gameplay, I'm like, it's better in the second, but I'm not big on playing as Rachel.
Most people are a bigger fan of Hayabusa. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, even the other chick in the second game was a little more fun than Rachel.
Did you play any of the Monster Hunter beta?
I played the first beta. I didn't play the second beta.
Okay, yeah, I played a bit in this one, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I will say, I think you know what's sad since the last podcast, I've only played Asphalt Legends Unite still because it's easy play. Otherwise, I've been playing Animal Crossing with my wife. Nothing else. I just haven't had any time. I explained it to you. I really haven't had the time to play as much as I wanted to. So now maybe in the future, but I'm doing a lot of traveling in March. So we'll see how that goes. But I am looking forward to playing. I did pick up Metal Slug Tactics physically. I'm really looking forward to playing that. Do you like tactics-based games?
I'm not huge on them.
Did you ever play Final Fantasy Tactics?
No.
Oh, that would change your mind. Play either Final Fantasy Tactics on PS1. Well, you can get it on PS4. I think it's on PS4. I don't know, but PS3, what have you, you can find it somewhere. If not, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance.
Mhm.
Oh, I had hundreds of hours in that game. So, but
Interesting.
yeah, so that's good. I'm glad to see that. And then we
Yeah.
do have Monster Hunter coming out in what, 4 days?
I
We got
am,
4 days.
I'm going to be streaming some of World this week before Wilds comes out because I want to revisit that a little
Right.
bit. And then when Wilds comes out, that's all I'm going to be playing for the next month and a half. So,
So what
no
we
life.
should do, you're getting on PlayStation 5, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So am I. We should do a live stream, a cross
I'm down.
stream
I'm down.
for Monster Hunter. I'm really looking forward to it. I
Yeah.
think I'm actually going to bring my character over from the beta.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I will too.
So I don't know. I might just create a new one. Don't know how I feel. I'll see when I get it. But yeah, really looking forward to that. I hope everybody
Yeah.
out there has been having a great last week and hope everything is going well. So before we get into the topics, is there anything that you want to talk or discuss or promote before we get into this Nintendo Switch?
Well, I did do a video about a week ago with a couple people on Smash and the future of it, which is
Mm-hmm.
pretty cool, fun discussion. And then I am editing a new video currently that is Nintendo related to Switch 2 stuff that I will
Good.
try to get out by tomorrow night.
Okay.
So yeah.
Awesome. So if everybody's watching this, make sure you, if you haven't already, subscribe to D-Man's channel. Link in the description below. You can just click on his name and go boop, subscribe. Do it. With that out of the way, what do you think about this Switch 2 accessory rumor?
I would say there's going to be a lot of accessories because the Switch 1 had a lot of accessories.
True. Let me bring up the video before we get into it, because if you guys out there in viewer land, TV land, YouTube land, yes, haven't seen it yet, let me show you. So this is what somebody came up with as a concept. After we watch the little video here, I'm going to point out holes in this. So these people look weird. And there you go. That's part of one of the holes in it. I'm not going to look at their article. I really don't care. This is mainly for this video because I found this is where the video is embedded. So it comes from, what is this, Nintendo Switch 2 Reddit? Yeah, stay off of Reddit. It's a cesspool. So you guys can see that. So it flipped around. You see it flipped around.
Is that possible?
It's supposedly, according to this, and then a second screen attached to the top with Tomodachi Life 2 for some reason. But hey, look, you can pop a camera onto it. Right? And then it flips back over. Problem with this. Cool. Big if true, right? As RGT would say. But there's a USB Type C on the top and the bottom. Why would it need to flip?
Yeah, no, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's pointless for it to flip. I just think they wanted to say, hey, look, you can do this and then dock it. But just, yeah, it didn't make sense for whoever made this. Hey, it's a great render. It looks awesome. The opportunity of having a second screen to make it like a DS, like a Switch 2 DS, whatever you want to call it, that opens up a realm, a plethora, if you will, of possibilities. But how much more would that cost? And will the developers actually take advantage of it? Or would it just be novel? What do you think?
It's a weird concept. I think it's a neat concept.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be something different for Nintendo. I would say it'd be something that would be cool to add if they're going to bring DS to the Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them possibly doing this. I don't know about it. Not at launch. But if they do DS for the Switch 2, I could see them adding an accessory screen like that to be able to play it like the actual DS instead of just on those single screen. It's possible. I don't know how much they charge for it. Probably like $100 or something. But
I think it'd be a bit more than I think it'd be between $150 and $200 for just a screen attachment.
Very possible, considering how expensive the screen for the main Switch 2. If it's the same kind of screen as the Switch 2, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that.
Now, if you think about this, like you're saying, if they bring DS games, right?
Yeah.
How would they perform? And wouldn't the resolution be way off because of how big this thing is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thing,
I don't know how they're gonna do it. I mean, I do think they will do DS, but I just don't know how they're gonna do it, how it's gonna work.
Did you play any of the DS games on the Wii U?
No, I don't think I did actually.
Was
Not that I recall.
Because I remember playing the Game Boy Advance ones. I think they had like 1 or 2 DS games. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. It's been a long time. But trying to emulate those games is not easy. But you need a touchscreen. So yeah, I guess so. But is that top screen going to be a touchscreen, or are they going to make it not a touchscreen just to make it significantly cheaper?
I don't think it'll be a a touch screen because the DS, the top screen, wasn't a touch screen. So I think it'd be similar concept.
And it would keep it cheaper.
Yeah. Yep.
Speaking of cheaper, have you heard about the speculated price
for the Switch 2?
Yep.
I'm hoping it's 400, but I haven't seen the speculated price.
Okay. So I can't find the image that I had, but apparently Costco in Canada leaked the price, and for Canadian monies, it's like $500. But excuse me, we know they have like play money, like Monopoly money. So it really isn't worth as much. But here it looks like with the what do you call it rate? The exchange rate, $3.99. And it's for the base, no bundle. And I read that I wish I could find it. What's funny, when I wanted to look for this, I couldn't find it. But I remember reading it the other day. Some analyst dude says it's going to be $3.99. So a lot of people are saying it looks like it's going to be $3.99, $4.49 with Mario Kart. But that's speculation.
I hope that's true.
Which one would you buy?
The bundle, since I want Mario Kart. I mean, you're basically just paying for the game.
What if Mario Kart's only digital?
Oh, then yeah, no, I want it physical.
I would buy the regular and buy Mario Kart separately.
Yep.
Because, well, look at my collection. It's I'm like encroaching 900 physical Switch games.
Wow.
Stupid. You know, I had to condense my PlayStation wall.
That's your retirement fund, dude.
I'll tell you what. But I had to condense my PlayStation wall and move it to another shelf, and then put some accessories and stuff that were on the display in boxes.
Well, you look at
so I can expand the Switch shelf, and the Switch now has 3 shelves.
Well, you look at the like DS and 3DS library. A lot of that stuff's worth a lot more money now. So I mean, 20 years from now, man.
See, I think about it this way:
you'll keep the games that you really really love,
and
then all the stuff that's worth way more than it is now.
Dude, I got some random Switch games. Like if I pull up, I'm opening my Game Eye app. I'm just gonna go to games and look at my top list. Final Fantasy 1 through 6 Pixel Remaster, the original release, $434.
The original one, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, $155.
That what? That's
yeah, because it was the box with the Pokeball. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon and the Blade of I forget what that and the Blade of Light 30th Anniversary Edition is $145. And then if I just go down, Stranger Things 3, the game, $125.
What?
Just random stuff like that. And Dragon's Lair Trilogy, $120. And if they're that expensive now, and thgoing to go out of print, like you said, 10, 20 years when nothing's physical?
Tons of money, dude. Tons.
Yes, I'm going to buy 6 Corvettes.
For real. you're gonna have games that are worth thousands, man. Especially like if you have like some people with those collectible, like collector's edition boxes and everything.
Mhm.
If you have everything, like it's like for instance, you look at Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, complete in box with the little Pikachu Pokemon
Almost
thing. Dude,
$1,000 sealed. It's
it's
$1,000.
that's stupid.
My local game store actually has one of those.
Insanity.
Sealed. It's $1,000.
Insane. It's just
And it's not like they're rare.
Yeah.
It's just complete. It's rare. Sealed, it's even more rare, but I don't understand. Pokemon games are going through the roof.
I don't get it.
The same store is now doing 50% extra on trade-ins
it's
for
making
Pokemon games.
It's making me now realize that I'm gonna just buy whenever there's 2 games instead of 1, I'm just gonna buy the double bundles probably now. Yeah. I the only double bundle I bought was Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And that one I don't even care anyway, because those games weren't all that great and all that special to me. So I mean,
I got those, Sword and Shield, and what is it, Scarlet and Violet?
Yeah.
And then I went back. The nuttiest thing, the most insane thing that I remember doing. It's now insane in retrospect, but I bought Pokemon because I had sold all my Pokemon games in the past and I regretted it. Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Crystal, Pokemon Gold, and Pokemon Silver. When GameStop was selling the retro games on their website and doing a buy 2 get 1 free, during right at the beginning of the pandemic, I paid $50 for all those games.
It's just the cartridges or
just the cartridges? Okay. They're all real.
All of them. Wow. Okay. All of them. Because those 50. Are like they're like 60 a piece, and Crystal's like 120.
And then I ended up getting repro boxes for them. Did you know that cool. Just having repro boxes causes them to go up?
Really?
I'm like, I own repro all those boxes. Games. People are like, yep.
Wow. I own all those games too. That's
because
crazy.
I have the repro box. I have the protective card that goes on the inside, and some of them I even have the manuals for them. So pairing them with the manuals, right through the roof, and original manuals. So it was nuts.
That's crazy.
So, but one thing, at least with the Switch 2, it will be backwards compatible. So all these games, even if they're out of print, they will still play.
Yep.
So push comes to shove, and they're like, "Hey, see, I don't see Nintendo going the way, especially with a company that loves hardware and loves physical accessories and devices and games. I don't see Nintendo going all digital. I just don't see it happening.
Maybe in 20 years?
When it gets to the point where it's, I guess, financially unviable or not viable.
Yeah. If Nintendo's making money so much money off physical games, they're going to keep going. They're making more off physical than PlayStation and Xbox all the way. So, I mean, yeah, as long as they're making a ton of money off physical, I don't see them stopping. I mean, eventually we're just going to see Walmart just have Nintendo right. all the way across the board. And that's the thing too. If PlayStation and Xbox are, well, Xbox is going to die eventually anyway, but PlayStation going digital, then eventually their stuff won't be on the shelves anymore. And that means during holiday season, older generations, what do they get their kid? Like, they don't know about, a digital card. Like, they don't know about
older generations. That's going to be me. That's going to be you. We're all going to be in the know.
At that point, you're right. You're right. At that point, if it's like 20 years from now or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. 20 years from now, I'm going to be in my 60s, dude.
Yeah. I'll be still in my 40s. So not for long though.
Hey, look, he pulled a Nick.
I deserve that.
Wow, dude, do you understand how old you made me feel? Wow, you are technically just a baby.
Yeah, I still got time to figure things out.
Don't take too long.
I hope not.
And invest in Nintendo games, because apparently that's where all the money is.
Apparently, I need to start buying more games.
And yes, looking at this, going back to the Pokemon, John did give me the red version and the manual. When I was way back in the day, we used to work together. And when I was about to leave because I've got laid off,
Mm-hmm.
there's a big story about Best Buy hating me because of my skin color. But hey, that's a whole nother story. A little before I left, he gave me that and a manual for it was the manual for Red. He gave me Red, and he gave me the manual for John. If you remember, I don't remember if it was Gold or Silver and Crystal. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
Crystal. So, and then that was some of the ones I paired. Plus, I also was able to find ones, and man, but I
Like
hope the next Pokemon's going to be good.
Yeah. This is why when they had the 25th anniversary for Pokemon, I mean I don't know about game wise, but like the card set, I completed it and have it complete because I know that a long time from now that's going to be, especially like down the line, like 50th anniversary, that 25th anniversary set's going to be worth so much freaking money. It's gonna be crazy. And I don't know what they're gonna do for the 30th next year, but if they're doing another card set, I'm gonna want to complete it. I don't know what it's gonna take. I'll buy some packs and stuff, but I probably won't be able to finish it unless I get single cards. But I feel like 30th anniversary, whatever they do that's like special stuff, I'm probably gonna want to do just because Pokemon is it's never gonna die out. It's only getting more popular. Even when their games suck, they sell 20 million copies. Like it's crazy.
I need to find a breaking news graphic because breaking news, I just got breaking news.
What?
Can you see that?
Yep. I forgot to mention that. I seen that just a little bit ago. It was like an hour ago or something.
Yes.
That Tony Hawk's coming back. I don't know if it's Pro Skater
March
3 and 4.
4th, 25. Okay. I'm going to tell you this because this came from my Microsoft Insider.
Mm-hmm.
They were giving information that it is 3 and 4 remaster.
By the same people that did 1 and 2, I hope.
Bingo.
Under Activision, right?
Yeah, which is technically Microsoft, but think about that.
That makes me very
like
happy.
1 and 2 remaster
because
were
they
fantastic.
And they kicked them out to go work on Call of Duty. So that makes me really happy if because 1 and 2 probably made good sales.
It sold a lot.
Because of nostalgia. So that makes me so happy because if those sell a lot too, don't be stupid about it. Bring us Underground 1 and 2. Bring us American Wasteland. Keep them coming. Make a new one too. Heck, make
5 sucked.
Make a real Pro Skater 5 or make just a brand new title that is actually good.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot of potential.
See, if they put their money into, if Microsoft puts their money into Tony Hawk instead of garbage games like Avowed or the new Fable or, this destruction of all of our favorite franchises, this could be great. And remember the skateboard bundle?
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get that too. I really am because I got the
game. I had it. I sold it.
I should have got it because like I'm still a skateboarder. Like I still go out and skate and stuff. And I've loved skateboarding since I was in middle school. And
about a couple weeks ago?
I don't think it was a couple weeks ago. It was
a couple months.
I look a little older than I did in middle school, at least. Maybe high school. Listen, Retroland in the comments has said before that I'm apparently a vampire, so I don't know.
There you go. Yep. Oh, yep. There he goes. D-Man is a vampire. So there you go. You're a blood-sucking fiend. But okay. Yeah, well, you do look like you're 12, man. It's like people come in, oh, it's nice that this guy's giving this little kid who just started a YouTube channel, an opportunity to talk to a crowd of people.
In person, people think I'm like 21, not 12. I swear.
I could see that. I could see maybe I would card you like there's no tomorrow. If I had a bar and you came in, I'm like, I don't believe you. Give me your real ID.
Yeah.
Hold this up, scrutinize it.
It's funny because my ID, I have long hair and I'm a little chubbier and stuff, so it's a terrible picture. When we went into in Indianapolis, when we went into that bar place or something, the guy had to double check me to make sure. Like, okay,
I used to get that because I apparently in Florida they haven't updated my picture since 2013. So it's my same photo from, what is that, 12? My God, 2013 was 12 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's got the same photo. And there was one point where I had shoulder length hair and my beard was kind of here. I looked like a wizard. And people would go, "Is that, you sure this is you?" I'm like, "Yeah." It was like, but that was in like 2021. And like, I think even if you see my videos from 2021, I had long hair about down to here. There you go. That was the other one. Thanks, John. Yellow, gold, crystal, ruby. Those are the ones he gave me. So, and I do have rubies.
Speaking of, we should probably talk about this, that there is a Pokemon Presents this week on Thursday.
Yes, there is.
And I don't know. I'm keeping my expectations low. There's rumors that they're going to come out with a collection of Gen 1 through 3. Possibly. I don't know if it'd be digital or physical. I would love for physical, but I mean, I doubt it. But I would think they'd wait till the 30th anniversary next year.
Pokemon Switch Lite? A Gen 1 Pokemon Switch Lite.
I hate to say that.
Take my money!
Switch 2 is coming, and I don't want to do that. But dang it all, if they do that, I might. They might break me into buying one.
I can buy it for the channel, make content, and then write it off. Just write it off.
Mm-hmm. People would watch that. It's Pokemon.
Yes. Yeah.
Dang. That'd be sweet. That'd actually be smart. They might do something like that. I mean, I don't know. The Pokemon company is very weird with the way that they do things. But that would make them some good money. I know they made the Diamond and Pearl Switch, which was supposed to be a nod to the DS because they made Diamond and Pearl DS, which was okay. But making one that's like a Gen 1 design, that'd be really, really cool. I don't know. I mean, we're going to get to see Legends ZA at least, which is good because I've been wanting to see that forever. I still
call that pizza. Legends ZA. And it's a triangle. Looks like a pizza.
Yeah.
I did a whole video on that when it was announced, and it was terrible. It got like 12 views. I'm like, but my video before it had like 50 views, but still, because my video before it and after it had like a few thousand views, and I was like, Pokemon ZA. Yeah, YouTube was like, no, we ain't showing this to anybody. This is stupid. Go home.
Yeah,
wait,
I hope they do. I hope they do the remasters though.
What?
I don't know.
What retro? Oh,
apparently
wrong chat. Oh, so you're cheating on us with another podcast? I see how it is.
They do need remastered Pokemon XD, John says. Yeah.
Ooh.
That game, I actually own the physical copy of that before COVID hit. I
used to
for like $60, and that game's worth so much now. I'm so glad
300.
I don't have Coliseum, but I have XD, and I'm so glad that I have that game because I love that game. If they bring that and Coliseum to the Switch 2 or whatever, I'd be so happy to play them handheld wherever. Like that'd be amazing.
He really retro that you're calling yourself multitasking? Yes, you are not multitasking. You're cheating on us. You're supposed to watch us. So there you go. Yeah, XD and Chris. See, before we even get into the second about the PS5 and Xbox Series X are boring, I don't mind talking about this because that's going to kind of infuriate me, and I don't mind throwing the Pokemon conversation in between because I did say and more in the title.
Yeah.
So
I will say that the fact that Pokemon XD is like so much better than like Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet says a lot about Pokemon now. Scarlet and Violet came out like 3 years ago now. So my hope is
I really like Sword and Shield.
They were all right. I really liked the gym battles. They were just fun.
That was the first. That was the game that got my wife into it. I got Sword and she got Shield, and that was the first game, like any kind of RPG, that she was addicted to, and she went through we beat it almost at the same time, and then we would do Pokemon battles, but she would always lose, and I'm like, it's okay. She's like, but these are my best Pokemon, and these are mine. Wreck. So. Mm-hmm. But it's what got her into Pokemon. She fell in love with Pikachu because of that in the movie. And the rest is history. And so.
Yeah. What was I gonna say about Pokemon? There's a shoot, I lost it. Never mind. Something about. Okay, I don't remember.
So Retro Lad is saying something. This is a little off, but hey, I gonna read it. Honestly, Logan, you should join Joe's podcast in the future. We would love to have you on there. We basically called Legion of Creators, and we interview guests. D-Man has been a guest twice. Oh, that sounds interesting. Yeah, let me know. Whatever time, date and time. Definitely down to expose myself to a new audience. No, not expose myself. You know what I mean. No, I'm not going to. Not going. Night, everybody. See, now I'm going to get demonetized for saying I'm going to expose myself.
My hope, okay, a little off. My hope with Pokemon is that Legends, ZA, or whatever the frickin' heck this is.
Yep.
I don't know if it's 1 or 2 games or whatever. I don't know if I hope that's the only game this year. I hope that's the only Pokemon game this year, and then next year they wait till holiday of next year to do. Well, that might be Gen 10 though at that point on Switch 2. But I feel like they're going to do.
It's a Legends game, so it's like Arceus.
Yeah. They're going to do Black and White remakes at some point too in there. So it's
I heard about that.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't want this to be the same situation where we had Legends Arceus, which was great, and then at the end of the year we had Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and those games weren't good, very good.
Right.
Unless
I thought they were good. I liked them because I liked the older style, but people were like, "Oh, it's the same thing, just on a Switch." I'm like, "Yeah, that's great."
They didn't add any of the platinum content either and stuff. Certain things that they should have. Because I look back at the Gen 3 remakes on the 3DS, and I love Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I absolutely freaking love those games, and I was hoping kind of for that, so I was a little bit disappointed. But the Elite Four was fun. They at least kept the hard, challenging difficulty for.
What was your first Pokemon game?
Realistically, Gen 3. My brothers had a Game Boy with Gen 1 and Gen 2, you know, but
so Ruby and Sapphire?
Ruby and Sapphire were my first ones that I like completed and then went back to the older ones after that.
Mine was Gen 1.
Well, well, I know. Of course.
I was in high school when Pokemon came out.
You know I'm the same age as Pokemon? Oh, he deleted himself this time. Wow. He's just done. All right. Well, RedE2Start podcast is now I am your host.
Okay.
He's back. This is such a podcast where it's a one-man band here, I guess.
Huh?
I have a Smash Bros poster right there. It's kind of cool.
Huh?
That was a cat.
Huh?
Cat meme.
Huh?
What is happening?
Huh?
Back here.
What?
Oh my gosh.
That was just I was having fun with a cat. Huh? Huh? Love that cat. Okay, as we digress. Okay. I'm looking forward to a Gen 10.
Yeah, Gen 10. We're going into double digits. That's crazy. We're at 1,000 Pokemon right now.
I still have my original Game Boy.
I have my brother's original Game Boy.
How old's your brother?
He is 20. He's 38.
Okay, so he's a few years younger, but okay, yeah. My original Game Boy needs a screen replacement because when you turn it on,
I did that to mine.
The side pixels are dead. I've got lines, but we're talking that sucker is what 30 some odd years old.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first game console that I owned.
Yeah,
because my NES was at my dad's house. So yeah, and I still have it. I wish I hadn't gotten rid of all my games because back then when you're a kid you're like trade in games, and now It took me forever to reacquire all my games,
Mhm.
especially one in specific, which was Ninja Gaiden Shadow. It got really expensive, but I
Mhm.
finally got it. And I love that game.
Now, what is your favorite Pokemon game? If you had to pick one.
Oof. If I had to pick one,
Mm-hmm. Out of like the mainline games.
I love Yellow. Yellow it's where I started. I started with Yellow, and then went back and bought Blue. But if I had to pick one, I think mine was Pokemon Black and White. I can't remember if I had. I think I had White, and that's the first one with Genesect, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Because he officially became my favorite Pokemon when that came out. Because you couldn't even get him through the game. You had to get him through the DS download thing or whatever.
Yeah,
And I wrecked face with Genesect, and Genesect is now my favorite Pokemon.
that's
And
awesome.
then I love Squirtle and Geodude.
Mm-hmm.
Not even the higher versions, Squirtle
Mm-hmm.
and Geodude. So, but yeah, I guess it would have to be Black and White.
My favorites, Gen 4. I mean, I would say Platinum, but I had Diamond as a kid, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Diamond and Pearl. But behind that is
I had
Emerald.
Diamond.
Behind that is Emerald. So
I have
really like Emerald.
Oh, where is it? It might be. I still have this. Yeah, I can see it right here. Let me just move this and not. Oh, death to Donald. He fell over. Donald Duck.
Mhm.
I knocked over a Donald Duck that I've had for decades. My favorite Disney character. He's always the best. But you see what that is?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. I used to have that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
look at that
I don't know
dust.
what happened to mine. I used
The
to have one of the.
Dialga.
I remember that though. Yeah.
Yeah, this came when you pre-ordered the game.
Yep.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah,
dusty.
because
It's
when I
got
I
like
think it came with my game. I think my mom when I got it for Christmas with my
I think
DS
the
with
dust is
Diamond. Yep.
older than you. So yeah, the Dialga stylus.
That's
But
awesome.
who would carry that around and use it? I
Right.
mean,
Right.
but I got something else here that you might not recognize or might. Oh, it's kind of broken. But you see what that is?
Zune. Yeah, my mom has one.
It's a pet. Yeah, I had a Zune, the second version of the Zune, and a Zune HD.
Mm-hmm.
They got stolen out of my car.
Oh, my
It
mom still
sucks
has
because it
hers.
was the one night I forgot to lock my car, and I
Yeah.
used to live in a really crap neighborhood when I lived in Miami,
It's
and it
funny
got
because those
stolen
things
out of my car.
probably. It's funny those things probably went up in price because Guardians of the Galaxy had a Zune
Yeah,
in
they
it.
did.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
my original Zune, which was the Halo 3 one, but the pin at the bottom broke and I can't get it fixed anywhere
Oh.
because parts are impossible.
Yeah.
So I have tried to buy other ones on Amazon and eBay. We're talking $300-$400.
Whew. Yep.
Yeah.
They went up.
So, but I still have the Zune program on my computer.
It's just funny, like entertainment in general, like movies, games, whatever. If they bring something back, that thing suddenly gets more popular and and it goes up in price, and that's what they happens with a lot of the older stuff, and it's crazy. Who would have thought?
Speaking of things going up in price because they're physical, you know what's not going to be physical soon? Xbox and PlayStation.
Yep.
And did you know that apparently, according to a lot of big YouTubers, this generation is boring?
I can't really argue.
That was
it.
my segue.
Yeah, that's solid. That's solid.
So I've got a bit of a video that I want to reference. We're not gonna watch the entire thing, but it's from a friend of the channel, RGT85. You guys know he's been on the podcast before.
Can't
We're
say
not
I've
gonna,
met the guy.
huh?
I have not met him, but
Oh
I know
wait,
who he is.
you weren't on the last time he was on?
No, that was when you had. Well, you might not have had Josie at the time, but no, I wasn't on. That was before me.
Okay. So this is a video that he did, and it's called "The PS5 and Xbox Series X Generation is Boring." If you guys haven't watched it, check it out after this. And he makes a lot of sense. It's like he said it, and he was like, "I'm prepared for hate in the comments," and I'm like, "But you're right, dude." And that's the problem. People don't like being wrong. So instead of going, all right, I'm wrong, or all right, you got a point, they just attack. So, and that's a dang shame, because there's also another video on the side from Game Ranks that I reference this video and another video of his, as well as that one on the side, which says, what the hell is going on with the Xbox consoles? And if you look at this generation as a whole, what do we have this generation?
Third-party games?
Remastered of remasters of remasters of remasters. We thought last generation was bad with remasters, but there's no games.
I think
there literally is no games.
The PS4 had a lot of AAA first-party games.
Yeah.
It had more than the PS5, hands down. Like, yeah, the PS5 has had like Demon's Souls, God of War Ragnarok, Spider-Man 2, Horizon 2. Like, it's had a few things for sure, but Sony isn't producing them as fast as they did on the PS4. I've noticed.
Well, the thing is, they were investing in Naughty Dog, and apparently that's come back to bite them in the butt. They invested in Firewalk, which we saw Concord die in 12 days. $400 billion.
Concord's the best game ever. What? Concord's the best game ever. What?
And it's like Sony decided to invest in these California-based studios and wondered why they're failing, why they're losing so much money. They're selling consoles like, hotcakes, but they're not selling games. But these third-party companies, like those who made Stellar Blade or Wukong, those games are selling like, they're going out of style, And it's gotten to the point where we saw that the Sony CEO got fired, and they put in a Japanese CEO because they're like, all right, this is all garbage. So Microsoft still hasn't learned, because we have Avowed, which was just garbage. And look at everything that they're putting out besides Doom. Doom is probably going to be Game of the Year. Let's admit it. It's going to be between Ninja Gaiden 4 and Doom.
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter, yeah. But we're talking about
Nintendo might have something. We'll see.
Well, about what we know so far.
Yeah,
that's where I'm going. Yeah. If we go off what we.
Oh, speaking of Ninja Gaiden, I don't know how 4 is going to top 2 Black, because that game blew me away. I don't know how 4 is really going to.
Dune. That's what it is. Retro Lad. It's Dune. Yeah.
There is a Dune game, I think, or whatever that's coming out, but yeah, no. Doom: The Dark Ages.
But think about it. Like, think about what this generation is. Every time there's a new video or state of play or developer direct for Xbox or PlayStation, what are, let's say, 75% of the games there?
Either
all the same styled nonsense of third-person action, fighting your big bosses, doing the same thing over and over, Souls-like, if you will. Not all of them are, but they follow the same nonsense. Otherwise, everything else is this weird narrative-driven indie garbage. Not saying that indie games are garbage, not by any means, but it's all the same regurgitated stuff that looks like Dustborn or something like that. Nobody wants. And they wonder why people aren't buying these games. And then we get a game like Wukong, or we get Stellar Blade, and then look at Mecha Break that's coming out. People are going nuts over Mecha Break. And I'm like, give people what they want this generation and sales will soar.
Yeah.
But they're not doing it. And we're just getting the same stuff over and over. Otherwise, it's another God of War game. It's another Last of Us game. Yeah. And when was the last time we got a really good game from Microsoft? Indiana Jones is supposed to be really good. I haven't played it. But what else have we gotten that's really good that has been like, man, I gotta play this game from Sony or Microsoft? And that's what a lot of people are talking about. Everything is
There's nothing right now for Sony this whole year that I know of. Nothing yet from Sony at all that's first party AAA. There's nothing that's been announced yet at all for this year. Supposedly Wolverine's supposed to come out this year. Supposedly. But I don't know what's going on at Sony, man.
The thing is, the Japan studio, the new head of Sony, I want to put it past him. He's looking back and going, all this is crap. All these games are crap. This is what nobody wants. It's garbage. You're done. All of you are done.
Dang.
some of the games are too far into development. They're going to
Yeah,
put it out, but
of
we're
course.
going to see the whip crack. You know, we've seen a
Yeah.
lot of layoffs with, like, look, if you saw what happened with NetEase, where they laid off their entire Washington branch because they said they're too lazy, they're too woke, and they're too entitled or something like that. They
Mhm.
fired them all. And apparently Japan is taking notice, and Microsoft isn't, because unfortunately they're based in Seattle. So they keep vomiting these games that nobody wants. And they
Yep.
wonder why Nintendo is the place where everybody goes to play to have fun.
Yeah.
Because look at all the games that have come out for Nintendo. They're all fun. Shoot,
Mhm.
even the new Mario Party game.
Yeah.
Super Mario Wonder.
It's good. Mm-hmm.
Like, name a
Solid.
Nintendo first party game, even if it wasn't great, that wasn't fun.
I can't.
And Nintendo
Because, like,
games are supposed to be fun. Like, video games are supposed to be fun.
yeah, like if I go back and take a look at the first time I experienced the Uncharted franchise, man.
Oh, dude, Uncharted 2, man.
Man, oh man. And when Uncharted 4 first came out, like just playing through it for the first time, like that world, going back to it again finally, it was just like so good. And now, I mean, thank goodness they haven't done another one, because it probably would be crap.
See, that's how I feel about Gears. The first time I played Gears, I was like, that blew my mind. The dudes with the
Yeah.
big armor and the chainsaws and the big monsters and just explode. I mean, that's how I felt about that.
That's how we should feel about games. Like when I was playing Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, I was blown away by like because like going from the first to the second game, especially because it was the remastered 2, like the gore, the more combos, like everything was just improved upon the first game in every way, and I was like, oh, this is so good, this is incredible, this is what I want. Like, give us stuff we really want. Like, and don't get me wrong, like looking at Sony, like God of War to God of War Ragnarok. Ragnarok's still a really solid game.
Yeah, but
Like,
the original ones are so much better. They were more fun. They had adrenaline fueled. I mean, it
it's because
wasn't
the
just
new ones are more story driven. But I still really like them. But
like they're not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's just when you played all the other God of Wars and then you're playing Snooze of War, it's not. It's boring. Like, the action, it went from a Ninja Gaiden slash DMC style game to Last of Us with no guns.
I get what you're saying.
It's just, what happened to the excitement in new games? And for me, the only people that are doing that are putting out AA games, or I would say AA games, because look at games like the ones I've really played the most of this last year in 2024, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. I've beaten that 3 times. And Contra Operation Galuga. And they're retro style games, but
Yeah.
Brought up to date, and it's fun. It's challenging, but it's fun.
Maybe Sony should learn from their Game of the Year that won last year. Bring back some Sly Cooper. Bring back some of their other older franchises.
Well, you got to get rid of the people that are creating the bad games, that are creating the games that people don't want to play. Team Asobi is a perfect example of a company that makes games that people want to play. Astrobot was great, and it was free with the PS5. And then what was it? Astrobot's Playroom, and then
Astro Playroom, and then Astrobot. Yeah,
Astrobot is just fantastic. It's probably one of the best games I've played in a very long
not
time.
To mention, you look at replay value too. And when it comes to single player games, they don't all have crazy replay value, because some of them, you can get a game that's 10 to 15 hours long, but if it's like, okay, this was a fun game, it was a good experience, but when do I see myself straight up replaying this because I had this much fun or that much fun? Some games I really enjoy, like I like the Horizon games, I like the God of War games, but how much do you replay those games? I look at Astrobot, and that's a game I could just sit down, go play again, all the way through.
Yeah, especially if you missed a collectible or something, you're like, oh, let me go back, and I missed something.
They're still coming out with updates. They're still updating. It's crazy.
But you go back and you think, when was the last time you played a game like that really said, man, this is fun, I want to keep playing it, and I want to play it over and over?
Especially when it's a game that just puts a smile on your face like the whole time you're playing it. That's what Astrobot did. Like I just couldn't stop smiling playing that game. It's such a joy.
See, the last game that I can think of, but besides Monster Hunter, like I really love Monster Hunter Worlds. Fantastic. I just enjoyed the snot out of it. Yeah. But of last generation, let's not say Series X and PS5, but PS4, Xbox One era, the Crackdown 3, and people hated that. I loved every minute. I maxed out my character like to a T. And it had Terry Crews. I played the whole game as Terry Crews. Come on. But and I'm thinking, what was the last game that I bought that I went, man, I have to wait in line at midnight to get it, or I can't wait to pick it up on launch day, and this is the game I'm gonna play.
We can't count Zelda if we're talking last generation.
Yeah.
I went to midnight launch for...
Well, we're not talking about Nintendo, just PlayStation or Xbox.
Okay. I went to midnight launch for God of War 2018 and Spider-Man in 2018.
Okay.
Those I went midnight launch at GameStop. There was a lot of people. Those were big. Those were big launches, those two, for sure. And Spider-Man was definitely... I mean, for me, God of War 2018 is pretty special for me. But so is Spider-Man 1, for sure. Like, especially like Spider-Man. God of War is fun, but Spider-Man, I don't know. It's just like one of those games where it's kind of addicting. You can just go back and swing around and have some fun.
You know, I just finally went back and beat the PS5 remaster version. And then I loaded up Spider-Man 2, and I'm like, well, this is boring. I'm like, how did the game... You're in the sequel. How did it get boring? One, the dialogue got worse. The characters got cringy. And the suits are just awful. I'm like, who designed these? It was like a step down. And I'm like, it wasn't a bad game by any means, but it was just, it wasn't as good as Spider-Man 1.
Yeah.
But then I think about it, I'm like even Halo 4 and 5 were mediocre at best.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Gears 5 was just doggy duty.
Yeah.
4 was okay. I liked 4, but 5 was bleh. And you think about, when was the last time we got any of the major franchises and they blew up and everybody was like, what, Skyrim? think about it.
I mean, PS5 generation, nothing really that's exploded like crazy. PS4 generation, God of War and Spider-Man were
First
pretty
party
big.
games. Because otherwise, the last two games that blew up on PlayStation were Stellar Blade and Wukong.
Mm-hmm.
But
Wukong wasn't exclusive to PlayStation, right?
It still is, but PC, because the Xbox is having problems with it. So, because of the Series S, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I would count. I do, but I don't count. No. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is, I mean, it's a remake, but it's not, I don't know.
Remake, to me, was bigger than Rebirth. Because when Remake came out, I think that was the last PlayStation game where I went, I have to go buy it. And I got my collector's edition. I think I ordered it online, so it wasn't the same. But I was like, I have to get that.
Yeah.
And I got like a quarter of the way through it. I'm like, oh, this is a game, I guess. The thing is, the combat is
not your thing as much. Yeah,
it's boring because it's the same thing we've always seen.
Dang, I love it.
The thing is, you didn't grow up with the other Final Fantasies.
Yeah,
the turn-based ones really make you think. The turn-based ones really cause you to go, all right, I need to plan this out. Where an action-based game is, how fast can I spam these attacks? I hope my other party is doing what they need to do, but just let me spam these attacks. And it's just, it's not bad. Not by any means is it bad. It's just not as good. It's like, I don't want to say dumbed down, but it's simplified. Yeah. And now everything seems to be simplified. It's just me as character fighting big boss with big weapon, or magic weapon, and that's it. And that is it. That's every action game these days.
I mean, I guess that's kind of Monster Hunter, but Monster Hunter is different because
Monster Hunter's a
it's more
bit
about the
different.
grind. It's more about the grind
Right.
and upgrading everything and having fun with your friends.
And it really hasn't changed when it came out on PlayStation 2. It's still the same game,
Yep.
but it refined
Yep.
what it started. And even if you want, you can say Demon Souls or Dark Souls, whatever, ripped that formula from Monster Hunter. Because it's you fighting big monster, but the monsters along the way between you and chasing that big monster in Monster Hunter, they're not like, I poke you in the eye, you die, start over 20 hours ago, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like that. And especially when World came out, World was just chef's kiss, you know? And to me, that wasn't. Are you there? Oh crap! Did it freeze up? Oh, there you are.
My internet went out for a second. That was weird.
Yeah,
like completely.
So Monster Hunter to me was kind of like a sleeper hit, where I wasn't looking forward to it or anything. Monster Hunter World, and then my friends were like, "Oh, we all got Monster Hunter World." I was like, "All right, I'll order it. I'll pre-order it," and I'm glad I did. Now we got Monster Hunter Wilds. And
I don't know what's
you keep freezing. Stop freezing.
I don't know what's happening. Internet keeps flickering on and off.
Wow. You know what? Get a better internet.
I wish.
Yeah, I still need to upgrade mine, but yeah. It's and what makes it even worse is there's talks about the next Xbox and PS6 already. And just like RGT said in his video, if you guys hadn't watched it, or if you did, when is this generation going to start? When we're just now getting games that aren't on PS4 or Xbox One. You realize that?
Yeah.
We're just now getting games that aren't cross-gen. Just in time for what? 2 years? A new console?
I don't think I'm going to get a PS6 when it comes out, to be honest. I just don't see a reason. That's too soon. Too soon.
Well, it looks like that's going to be 2028. 3 years from now, okay.
End of 2028. Yeah, that's
Xbox is 2026, 2027. But there's no reason to buy an Xbox. I mean, when everything's an Xbox, there's no reason to buy an Xbox.
No.
It's like I can just play all those games, stream it through the cloud on my phone, you know?
Yep.
It's like my computer, what I'm sitting in front of. The only reason, and all their controllers are compatible with PC, so. And if they're putting Gears and Halo on Switch 2 and PS5 or 6 or whatever, they're putting all these games.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's like, can I even justify getting a new Xbox? The Xbox shittablah, because God knows what they're going to call it. Even for the channel? I mean, the PlayStation 6, yeah, I can justify that because they're probably going to come out with exclusives. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to come out with stuff that's only for PlayStation and physical games. But that's another thing. People are talking about that next gen won't be discs. Actually going to go to like SD cards kind of thing.
Weird.
Physical games. Yeah. Going back to cartridges. How about that? Hey, making a game like that, you can put everything in its mom on an SD style card.
Yeah.
No compression, and it's cheaper to make than a Blu-ray disc.
They might come to a point where I just play what I have other than Nintendo. And Nintendo's where I'll buy the new systems.
Dude, you sound like me.
And that's pretty crazy of me to say because I was really excited for the PS5 because I wanted to play Demon Souls at launch. And there was a couple other things. And I got it at launch. And, you know.
Godfall. That was the only game I was interested in.
And that was, yeah.
It was a game.
It was a game. Yeah, I know. I got it at launch too. Yeah. But there was at least still a few games at launch that were interesting, or at least some were good. And of course they made Spider-Man 2, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West.
I didn't like Horizon.
They've made
it was
Some
Robo
people don't.
Turok.
Some people don't.
The thing is, it started too slow,
Yeah.
and the combat was, you were too weak for too
It's not for
long,
everyone. Yep.
and she was kind of annoying. What's her name? Aoli?
Aloy.
Aloy. I keep calling her Aoli, like the cheese. But no, she wasn't a good character. She didn't do anything for me, and it's like she was no Laura Croft. Let's put it that way. So I don't know.
Speaking of that, wasn't there a new Tomb Raider in development? What happened to that?
Yeah, that got canned because of Embracer Group. And Embracer Group shut down the studio that was doing it.
Lovely.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good because they were going to go in a way with Lara Croft that nobody wanted.
Okay, I get that then.
So
at least the trilogy was decent, even though they gradually got worse. This first game's perfect.
I like the first game.
Second game's
the
probably
second
like a
game
9,
was
8.59. Third game's like
third
a
game
7
was like a
or
3.
something.
You're being
okay.
nice.
Okay. Hey, man.
See, I would say the first one was like a 7. Second one was like 6, and then the last one was a 3. Like it took a drop off. Like the first one was good. It didn't feel like Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
So she wasn't as Laura Crofty. She was Laura Crafty.
John brings up Metal Gear, and I gotta say, remember they made like a zombie Metal Gear game, and we forgot that existed.
Metal Gear Survive.
Yeah,
I have it. It's terrible.
Yeah. I can't believe they actually made that.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be getting on PlayStation because to me that's where Metal Gear belongs. And to play it on the PS5 Pro, yeah.
Remaster Metal Gear Solid Revengeance.
Yes, I agree. But Metal Gear Solid 3 was my favorite Metal Gear of all time.
I think it's cool that they're bringing it back.
You know, I had an ex-girlfriend break up with me because of that game.
That's funny.
She got mad that I was spending too much time playing that game.
That's funny.
And if I'm not mistaken, was that the one she bought me? I don't know, but it was a long time ago. It was like, what, 20 something years ago? But it was funny, and I was like, oh well, Metal Gear.
That's good.
And this became, my favorite Metal Gear of all time. And then my second favorite is Metal Gear Acid. Fantastic game if you haven't played it.
I have not.
Do you own a PSP? Were you old enough to have a PSP?
I do have my brother's PSP still, actually. So yeah.
And do you have Metal Gear Acid for PSP?
No, I don't.
You need to find a copy of Metal Gear Acid for the PSP. It's a card-based tactical Metal Gear game.
That's different.
It's great. It is so different, but it is fan-friggin-tastic.
Huh.
So yeah, Metal Gear Acid 2 is literally you're on an acid trip while playing it. It's, but it's very expensive.
Isn't Death Stranding 2 supposed to come out this year?
Wow, sure, okay, I guess.
I don't know. I didn't play the first one.
I'm just not into walking simulators.
Yeah. That's what made me be like, eh. That's why I never really.
I hope so. Jam says, wait till Metal Gear Solid Collection 2, Acid will be on there.
I didn't get the first collection.
I did. I have it on Switch. It didn't run so well on the Switch, so I got it on PS5.
Okay. Oh.
So yeah, I hope so. I really hope that Acid and Acid 2 will be on there. But I have a feeling they won't. I think it's going to be Metal Gear Solid 4 and 5 because that's why it's taking so long for it to come out, because they're trying to adapt 4 from the PS 3 hardware, but apparently it's going to be built off of the unreleased Xbox 360 version. From what I heard. We're going to get 4, maybe 5, and then what is it? Peace Walker, and what was the other one on PSP? Portable Ops. I would love to see Acid and Acid 2. So, but and trophy support. Yeah, that would be nice to have trophy support for those Metal Gear games, and I would definitely go back. 4 was one of my favorite. I loved 3 and I loved 4. 4 was fantastic. It was like Kojima at his finest. So, but
I played some of. I know I played some of 5, and I played some of 3. But the 3 remake,
some
I'll probably I never finished it. I have the collection for PS3, but I never got around to finishing them all or going through them really. So yeah,
you better play through Metal Gear Solid 3 before Delta comes out.
before the remake.
Yes, like you were doing with Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
Do it with it. Yes. Oh,
Okay.
it's gonna blow your
Noted.
mind.
Noted. Okay.
Because I don't want you to go into Delta blind.
I don't think I can. Oh, I don't think I can stream my PS3 though. I'll have to get the collection.
No,
Probably.
the collection's like $30. Like at
Okay.
Best Buy, I think it was down to 29 the other day.
I gotcha.
So I'm pretty sure you can maybe get it on Amazon for
Yeah.
it's consistently on sale.
I'm sure there'll be another slow point in gaming this year at some point where I can fit them in. At least fit in that one in particular, at least.
Monster Hunter and Doom.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I got Monster Hunter,
I'm
then
like-
we got Expedition 33, and then Doom. So
See, I pre-ordered Doom. No. I pre-ordered Monster Hunter, and I pre-ordered Xenoblade, and I pre-ordered something else. I can't remember what it was. I do want Doom, but I haven't decided on the collector's edition or the regular. So, and I think I'm gonna wait because they're not sold out.
Oh, that's good.
They're definitely not sold out. So, I'm just like to me it belongs on the Xbox, but I rarely touch my Xbox anymore.
Yeah.
And I have not renewed my Game Pass because they took Exoprimal off of Game Pass.
Yeah.
Nobody plays it now because that's where everybody played it on Game Pass, whether it was on Game Pass PC or Game Pass Xbox.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the only thing I was playing was Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. And I'm like, what else is there for me to play?
Yeah. I got Game Pass Ultimate to play that, beat it, and then they gave me my money back with the refund. Like, cool. Okay. I didn't think they did that. Yeah, no, they literally gave me a refund for Game Pass Ultimate after I played the game because I only had it for like a week. And then I canceled it, and they gave me the money back. And I was like, they do that? Oh,
they gave you the money back?
Yeah. Yeah. Nope, they did.
Like back on your card?
Yeah, like back in my account. I can't believe they did that. Yeah. I only had it for like a week. So,
well, the thing is, I think in the last 4 or 5 years, I think I paid for Game Pass once because with all the controllers I get, they give you a free 1 month and then you just have to wait after it expires. If you try to put it in and you already have an existing membership, it'll say you can't. So you let it expire, put it in, another free month. And I've been running that way for years. There was one point where I ran out and I bought a 3-month card, but that was it. I had my friends at Microsoft go, oh, here you go. Oh, here you go. I've had 2 guys just go, here you go. Oh. And there was a point when I was working at Best Buy back in the day, I never paid for Xbox Live at the time. I think I was up to like 4 or 5 years before I ever started paying.
Wow.
So, and when I worked at Microsoft, I got it for free there too. So, but I really don't see myself renewing Game Pass just for Ninja Gaiden. And I really want Doom. It feels like it's an Xbox game.
Yeah.
But I want the better performance with the PS5 Pro.
Makes sense.
And same thing with Expedition 33. I want the better performance. So that's why I would always buy things on Xbox because Xbox was always the better performing console for the most part. And not anymore. And it's kind of sad. See, I don't believe Doom belongs on a PC. I believe that work belongs on a PC. Video games and fun belong on consoles. So, but think about that. There's no first-party games exclusives this year for PS5 or Xbox Series X that people are like, I gotta get that, or is different. Last year we had one game that was a first-party exclusive. One! And that was Astrobot.
Yeah.
And honestly, if it comes out on PC, I do not consider it an exclusive.
I don't think Astrobot will. They'd be smart not to,
No.
since that is totally their new mascot.
And the thing is, no, I'm not a PC troll. I'm a PC realist. Because nobody, I'm sorry, sitting on in a chair like this in front of a monitor going, or no, that's not fun. That's not relaxing. It isn't. It isn't. But the new Sony president has pulled PlayStation 5 games that were going to go to PC. They're no longer. They've been canceled. I know Gran Turismo's been canceled, and there was another game, I forget what it was. They were canceled. So it looks like going forward, no more PlayStation 5 games are going to PC unless they're already been done.
Interesting.
So, and that was the Japanese CEO. He canceled that shit. So,
well, probably because that will boost sales for consoles if they don't do that. So,
right.
I mean,
and putting them on PC was a Western thing. The Japanese, they're like,
yeah, because all PC players are just like, well, there's no point in owning a PlayStation. All their
right.
games are coming to my PC anyway, so I'm just gonna wait for the PC release. So it makes me wonder how many of those PC people are gonna actually wait for GTA 6 to come to PC. It makes me actually
most
wonder.
people I know who want it and only play on PC, they're like, I'll wait. I'm like, yeah, you do that.
You're gonna be waiting a while, well over a year, probably 2. For that.
Yeah, I'm like, if nothing pulls over from GTA 5, like say GTA Online, if none of your account stuff pulls over to GTA 6 Online, then I'll get it on PlayStation. If it does, I'll just get it on Xbox because that's where all my time was. Or I don't know if you remember when you could migrate your account from, what was it, 360 to Xbox One, and then Xbox One to Series X. Same thing, PS3 to PS4 to PS5.
Yeah.
But you could take it and go from 360 to PS4. So if they allow me to go from Xbox Series X to PS5 or 6, whichever it comes out for, I'll do that. I'll migrate to PlayStation.
Makes sense.
Just because, I'm the pro.
Yeah, you're one of the ones that bought the PS5 Pro. Yeah.
And honestly, dude, the performance on that thing really is different.
It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Like normally, like between the PS4 and the PS4 Pro, the really big performance that I used to see was in the menus and the startups and stuff like that. But this is more of an Xbox One VCR to an Xbox One X kind of jump, where it's like night and day.
Yeah.
When I'm playing my PS5 and then I play something on the PS5 Pro, it's like so much faster, looks so much better. And it's not the biggest of improvements, but it's noticeable. And unless you own both and play something on both, then you won't notice it. But that's,
yeah.
Thanks for joining us, John. Good night. Hopefully you have a good sleepage. Oh, wow. We're well over the hour mark. We're almost at an hour and 20 minutes.
Surprisingly.
Last time we just lasted for an hour, and I am going to the gym tonight. So
always good.
I've been going back to the gym. Sore as a mother trucker. So I don't go on the weekends.
Yeah.
So on Sunday, the workout now hits. So Saturday I'm feeling like okay, but Sunday I'm like, oh, my back, oh, my shoulders, oh, I'm old. When I was your age, I would work out and it was like nothing. I'd drop the weight like this and I'd feel great, but now I'm just like, oh, it's taking so much longer to drop the weight. But hey, at least I'm not dead. So
we don't want that.
I appreciate that. But is there anything else you want to talk about? Because we kind of covered everything in the and more.
Yeah, right. Like Pokemon.
We covered a lot. We covered what? Cross-gen games. We covered Pokemon. We covered the Switch. We covered Switch 2. We covered collecting games. Wow.
Yeah, quite a bit.
So when are you going to Epic Universe?
So I haven't figured that out yet. We're shooting for
Have you
July.
seen the videos?
I seen the pictures. They look great.
You haven't seen the video of the tower moving?
No,
They
no, I
got
don't.
it moving. The testing of the
Oh,
of the
okay.
Donkey Kong land. There's a
Yeah,
drone footage. I think it's a drone, but you can see them testing and people walking around. Nintendo Land is complete, dude.
that's amazing.
Dude,
That's so
I
exciting.
got my tickets for June 13th.
Yeah. I don't know if
So
it'll be. I don't know if it'll be June. It might be July, but I got to talk to some people and see.
see, shoot, if you make your way down here, let me know. I'll see what I
Yeah.
can do.
At
Because
the very least, I gotta come see you.
yeah, because if you're gonna come down here, I'll figure it out. I'll see what I can do. But yes, that's like you know I'm going to the first day I go there, I'm going to film a lot of stuff
Oh, for sure.
in Super Nintendo Land. I
Oh, for
won't
sure.
film the entire time I'm there because I really want to enjoy it. I want to
Of
spend the
course.
time with my wife and experience all the new stuff, but
Of
Nintendo
course.
stuff I got to. So,
Yep. Yep. Exactly. That's how I feel too.
yeah, and
And
then
I'm gonna get the. I think they have a pass for like 3 days. One for Epic Universe, and the other two are for like everything else or something like that. I think that's like what we're gonna go for.
yeah, so I'm an annual pass holder. We just
Mhm.
renewed our passes, but it doesn't include Epic Universe. We don't know when they're going to allow annual passes for Epic Universe. But they gave us a discount and certain pass holder days that are exclusively open to pass holders for
Mhm.
those days. So that's where we bought ours. It was like 300 something dollars a day because of how early
Wow.
on it is. But I don't know how, and it's an exclusive event. So
Yeah.
it's only for pass holders. So it's
Mhm.
not, hopefully it won't be as packed as the regular days, but we'll see. And I cannot wait. But yeah, I
Mhm.
think it's going to be around once everything, all the newness wears off, you're going to see the tickets hover around 200 something dollars a day.
Mhm. Yeah. At first, I have PAX East in May, so I'm going to Boston for that. I can't wait. I'm really excited. I'm gonna get my ticket, my 4-day pass, this coming Friday when I get paid. So
Okay.
can't wait. Gonna be hanging out with some of the people I hung out with at PAX West, which is cool. So
So
super
yeah,
excited about
I,
that. I'll be
I'm
I'll
I'm
be vlogging it.
I'm going to London again in 2 weeks. I was supposed to go to Ireland, but with everything that's been going on with my wife, we had to push that back.
Mhm.
So it looks like we're going to um Ireland in July, and I'm going to visit Irish video game stores
That's
along
cool.
with the Guinness factory, the brewery. Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, I'm actually going to do Irish video game stores. I can't wait for that.
That sounds fun.
And in 2026,
Mhm.
somewhere near the end of 2026, we're aiming for Japan. So
That's awesome. Yeah, I've
I
thought about going there next year. To be honest, I really
well,
have.
the thing is, I wanted to wait after they made the Switch announcement. I was like, I want to be able to go to Japan and buy Switch 2 games from Japan.
Ah.
So
Yeah.
since this year we're going to Europe, I'm like, all right, next year we'll make it, and then we'll at the end. So
Mhm.
hopefully a lot of
Yeah.
awesome and who knows, we might even do the Tokyo Disney Sea, I think is what it's called,
Mm.
or Universal Studios Japan, I don't
Yeah.
know. But we'll see, or we just might, Akihabara and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
My wife and I have just like talked about it a little bit, not really in depth because it's
Yep.
so far away. But
Yep. Yep.
it's gonna be fun. Otherwise, it's MegaCon just ended. I don't have any other.
Mhm.
We have I think
I'm
there's Lakeland
going.
Comic Con.
I'm going in April to Astronomicon here. My
Okay,
buddy invited me, and because they have a lot of wrestlers and stuff, and Joe Hendry's going to be there, Lita's going to be there, Trish Stratus is going to be there, Sting's going to be there. So I'll probably
that's
meet
cool.
2 or 3 of them possibly. So yeah, I've never been to Astronomicon, so something new.
Because I think we've got there. There's a retro con, a retro gaming event. Free play, free play Florida,
Hmm.
and I'm going to that. But that's in November, as well as I think it's in November, and then we have really rad weekend. I missed it this year because of life, So I'm going to try to go this year. I think I told you about it. We're going to try to get featured or whatnot, be guests. So, yes, Dave, this show is still going.
Surprisingly, with 2 people,
yes,
it's been
because
going. It's been
we're
rolling.
talking about video games. That's what we do. Yes, we're on the cusp of winding it down.
Yeah, we've been kind of talking about random stuff now. We haven't brought up wrestling, surprisingly, this time.
yeah, we have not.
Well, I did mention Elimination Chambers next weekend, but other than that.
So what sucked is TNA was in Orlando this weekend at Full Sail where NXT films. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to go because stuff happened.
The Hardys were, I think, there this week or whatever, right?
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
So my wife said, go ahead, buy the tickets, but she's in pain. So I didn't want to go by myself and I don't want her to sit through that. So I went to buy the tickets and I don't have any friends here that are like that big of wrestling fans that would go with me.
Yeah.
But I was looking at the tickets when I went to buy it the day they opened up. It was sporadic one nonsense here and there in the like awful areas. And I was like,
oh,
my wife was like, just get the good. I'm like, I'm not spending that much to sit in a craptastic area.
Yeah.
So be it. But from what I heard, they're actually going to start filming at Full Sail. Actually film Impact here more often with the WWE partnership and whatnot. So we'll see.
There's so much potential with that partnership.
You know, I read an article title and I'm like, man, what makes a lot of sense with the TNA and WWE partnership, it's going to hurt TNA in the long run. You know that, right?
Oh, really?
You know,
well,
all the big names are going to jump.
Yeah.
So it's like another farming system.
Yeah.
So yeah, but look who showed up. Elijah.
Yeah.
Who used to be Elias. Yeah, that was cool. And it looks like it was rumored he was going to go to AEW. I'm like, you are smart, man. Go to TNA. TNA is the place to go. If you're not in WWE, you go to TNA these days. The only reason to jump to AEW if they're paying you so much to sit on your butt and do nothing, and that's what you want to do. Oh, look at Dave. Look what he did. 5 gifted memberships. So that's everybody in here who doesn't have a membership now has a membership because people started leaving and because we said we were done. But thank you, Dave. That is awesome. Appreciate that so much. And yeah, wow. Look at Dave. Here, do I have something? There we go. I need to make some kind of like a little video or skit for when people do stuff like this. Because leave it to Dave. Dave is awesome. Thank you so much, Dave. We appreciate you here. You said he was watching you the other night when we couldn't stream.
Yeah, last Monday. Yeah.
Awesome.
I believe he came by.
But thank you, Dave. We greatly appreciate it. So because of that, he says, no more wrestling talk. Okay, so we won't talk about wrestling.
Dang, I was just going to mention The Rock, too. There's so much speculation right now.
We'll talk about this new Dr. Pepper Black Cherry Zero Sugar.
That's so funny. I never drink pop hardly ever, and I just had a blackberry
soda?
Dr. Pepper. Sure, whatever.
Weirdo. I know.
I just had one of those actually just the other night at my buddy's house. We had a taco night at his house. And
I saw these at Walmart.
I had one of those. It's not bad.
We were out of soda, and I've been like cutting out the soda, but they came out with the Coca-Cola orange cream and this, and I was like, crap, now I got to try both. So I went from drinking nothing but water and nothing but Spindrift and then Crystal Light and then the G Fuel, if it wasn't water. And now I'm just like, so great because that's great for me. Oh, he's getting oh wow. I read that as something else.
Oh geez.
I'm not gonna do it where I'm gonna behave, but that's wow. Dave's just getting off work. Wow, that sucks. But we gifting memberships now? Yes, Jam. It's gifting memberships. He went from super chatting to hey, everybody be a member. God, you know what? I was putting out so much member content, and with everything that's going on, I haven't been able to put out as many videos, and I haven't been able to put out as many member videos because my favorite thing to do is make a video of something that I know, like if I just want to make this video and I know it's not going to get any views, I just make it for the members. I'm like, here, action figures. Hey, here, my MegaCon video. Here, pickups. Hey, look, I'm just going to turn on the camera and ramble. Member video. It just, I'm glad, and people watch it. And thank you for being a member because you get the random stuff. So, and just like Dave said, sorry, man, it's random. Yes, just like my videos. So, but thank you so much, Dave. Appreciate that. Now we have everybody in here who doesn't have one because I'm looking at, there's a lot of green here. There's a lot of green here in the chat. So, well, what I'm seeing on my side. So it's different on what you guys are seeing. Oh, Dave Dunn did it again. He's like, another gifted membership.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
So, see, D-Man, are you, you can jump in the chat. And then it's like, you get your own gifted membership. Because there's a good chance of you getting a gifted membership. That would be funny because I've got my other account monitoring the chat over here on my phone. That would be hilarious if it happens to randomly assign it to my other account. Because that's how I can monitor the chat. I always keep it up here so I can monitor what's going on just in case we have any issues here. That'd be funny. But thank you, Dave. We appreciate you so much. Is there anything you want to say before we call it a night? Because it's the 1.5 hour mark. It's 11 o'clock. I got to get ready to go to the gym. And I think I have to take a drop a deuce. We'll just say that. Well,
I mean,
yes.
I think it's cool that we went 1.5 hours without Nick. I mean, usually, sometimes it's...
Please, be good to me. Please, keep going. Dad.
I think he was happy that there was no Nick too. No.
Apparently,
we love you, Nick. And you know what? I will continue giving Nick crap until he comes back.
That's why you got the memberships gifted today, because no Nick.
Wow, did somebody say that?
No.
Oh, but look. J-Man got him one. Nice. Hey, look, and now there's plenty of awesome emojis. You can get the... I think Dave just unlocked us new set of emojis. So I'm going to find out after we log off if now we've unlocked new emojis. So thank you, Dave, for unlocking more emojis. But thank you so much. Don't get an... Oh, yes. I need... The thing is, I need a good image of D-Man. So I'm going to take one. I'm going to take a still of the one that looks the most weird of him. Of his face or whatnot, and then superimpose Pickle D-Man. So everybody gets a pickle. So
nice.
Yeah. And yes, we will. Now that means I have to work on some more emojis. I think there's only 2 that I've made that I kept in my I guess in the emoji bank, if you will, that I'm waiting to upload. So we'll see how many this unlocks, and there you go. Now make a face caricature of D-Man. Like you want me to make a face caricature with him eating a pickle?
Oh no!
Or doing what with a pickle? Because he needs a pickle D-Man. Everybody's got a pickle. There's Pickle Me with the Raph head. There's Pickle Nick, and there's Pickle Gabe. So. Everybody's got a pickle. So D-Man's going to get him a pickle.
Oh, jeez.
So, yes. But, alrighty. Thank you guys so much. God bless y'all. Hopefully you guys had a good time watching this. And if you're watching this after the fact, because we've been getting a lot of views after the fact, thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. D-Man, do you have anything you want to say Did we already do this? I'm feeling things
I don't know why he did it at the beginning. You just did. I'll say it again though for those who weren't here and didn't say anything. Check out my video from like a week ago. I did a little collab talking about Smash and the future of it for the Switch 2, because we will get a new Smash in the future down the line. Talked a little bit about that. It was really cool. And then I have another video coming out either tomorrow night or the next night that I'm working on editing process right now on something related to Nintendo as well. So look forward to that. And then I'm going to be streaming some Monster Hunter World as well this week before Wilds comes out. And then when Wilds comes out, you're going to be seeing me stream a lot, because I'm going to be playing Wilds every single dang day for the next month at least.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start doing that. I've created, just so everybody knows, I've created a new segment where I'm going to stream games, and it's probably what I'm going to stream Monster Hunter Wilds with D-Man with. It's called Logan's Lounge. And I think I'm going to just be playing video games. I might have guests on to play video games, and we're just going to play video games. That's all it is. Just chilling, no specific topics. We're just going to play video games. So I've got that coming out, and if you guys want, I've got a video I'm going to tell you now. It is the Nixie Hyperion 2 Joy-Cons that technically are officially released tomorrow, even though you can order them on their website. Video goes up tomorrow. I have a 8BitDo video coming out this week, and then I have a new Xbox controller video from Snakebite, which is the craziest programmable controller I've ever seen. It's like you don't need an app and you don't need program buttons to program the back buttons. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, and I've got a couple of other controllers that were sent to me so you're going to get a controller week this week. Everything's going to be controllers for the end of February. So that's going to be it. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share the podcast, subscribe to D-Man, subscribe here. You should already be subscribed at this point if you're watching here. If you're not, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to both channels. Yeah. Is there anything else we need to say? I think we're done, right?
I think we're done.
I think we are.
Yeah.
God bless each and every one of you. We love you. Thank you for joining us. We could not do it without you. God bless you all again. He loves you. Everyone. Jesus loves you all.
He does.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.